On January 4th, 2012, an image appeared on the internet. Just black and white. Text on a plain background. It said, "Hello. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. No logo, no company, no explanation." And at the bottom, a strange symbol, Cicada 3301. At first, it looked like another anonymous post on 4chan. Maybe a prank, but it wasn't. It was the opening move of something much deeper, a digital mystery that would consume programmers, cryptographers, and conspiracy theorists for the next decade. Some people called it the internet's greatest mystery. Others called it an initiation. Whoever Cicada 3301 was, they weren't looking for fame. They were looking for you. The image wasn't just an image. Hidden inside it was a code, invisible to the naked eye. When opened with a simple text editor, the image revealed a string of strange characters, a cipher. Those who recognized it saw it immediately. A Caesar cipher, one of the oldest known forms of encryption. When decoded, it led to a link, a single URL. That link opened another image, this time a duck. Below it were the words, "Whoops. Just decoys this way. Looks like you can't guess how to get the message out." And then people realized something chilling. The real clue wasn't in the picture. It was inside it, buried within the image data itself. When opened through steganography, a program that reveals hidden data within files, the image led to yet another code, this time a book cipher. The book was the Mabinogion, a medieval Welsh manuscript about myth, transformation, and destiny. Those who solved it received GPS coordinates, real-world locations. Cicada had just stepped off the screen and into reality. From Warsaw to Seoul, Sydney to Paris, small posters appeared overnight. A black cicada emblem, a QR code, and the same message: find the truth. For the first time in history, a digital puzzle had spilled into the physical world. People in different countries, strangers, were racing to solve the same mystery, guided by the same invisible hand. Each poster led to a different clue. Tor sites, cryptographic riddles, music files with hidden spectrogram messages. Every piece was another layer in a web of logic, mathematics, and myth. And the deeper you went, the more it felt like something or someone was watching you back. Cicada wasn't just about solving puzzles. It was about understanding ideas. Each step referenced literature and philosophy. Works by William Gibson, Aleister Crowley, T.S. Eliot, and Carl Jung. The messages spoke of freedom, individual enlightenment, and the danger of authority. It wasn't random trivia, it was ideology. The solvers began to see a pattern, not of data, but of belief. Cicada 3301 spoke in the language of the cypherpunk movement, the idea that privacy is sacred and information should be free. Some began to believe Cicada was recruiting for a new kind of organization, a collective of the gifted and the disillusioned. People willing to challenge systems of control through knowledge, not violence. But others saw something darker, a digital cult. A group that preyed on curiosity, drawing people deeper into a maze with no exit. 1 year later, in January 2013, Cicada 3301 returned. The new image appeared without warning. The same tone, the same symbol. But this time, the puzzles were harder, much harder. They involved prime numbers, Tor networks, ancient runes, and references to esoteric music theory. Hidden PGP signatures proved the puzzles were from the same creator as before. Cicada was back, and real. Those who had reached the final stages of the first challenge received secret invitations to private forums. Members say they were told to work on developing secure systems for anonymous communication. Then, one day, it was gone. The websites vanished. The forums were wiped. No one ever heard from Cicada again until 2014. A third and final puzzle appeared, but unlike before, it ended abruptly. Some solvers claimed it was hijacked. Others said Cicada had achieved its purpose and simply ended the game. So, who was behind Cicada 3301? There are theories, so many theories. Theory 1. It was a recruitment tool for intelligence agencies like the NSA or MI6, designed to find elite cryptographers who could solve problems no machine could. Theory 2. It was a hacktivist group, descendants of movements like Anonymous, testing for individuals aligned with their ideals of information freedom. Theory 3. It was a psychological experiment created by academics or AI researchers, studying how people behave when confronted with infinite mystery. And then there's the strangest one. Theory 4. Cicada 3301 was never a group at all, just one person. A genius-level cryptographer with a fascination for myth and anonymity, creating an alternate reality game to see how deep people would dig for enlightenment. Whoever it was, they never wanted to be found. After years of silence, the community built around Cicada slowly dissolved. But the legend didn't die. Every few months, someone claims to have found a new clue. A symbol, a sound, a whisper on a Tor forum. Each time it spreads like wildfire. Each time it fades just as fast. But if you read the old messages carefully, you realize something haunting. Cicada never promised answers. They promised a path. The puzzles weren't meant to be solved for reward. They were meant to teach a way of thinking, pattern recognition, lateral logic, philosophical endurance. Cicada wasn't testing intelligence. It was testing curiosity. Some say Cicada 3301 disappeared because it became too big, too visible. Others believe it was dismantled from within, but a few think it never ended. They believe Cicada succeeded, that the chosen few built a private, encrypted network, invisible to the rest of the world. A place beyond governments, beyond surveillance, a hidden web for those who passed the test. Maybe that's the point. The internet was once a symbol of freedom, a wild, open space for thought and creativity. Cicada reminded us how fragile that illusion really is. It showed us that secrecy and curiosity are two sides of the same coin, that every code can be broken, except the one that hides inside human nature. Cicada 3301 may be gone, but its presence lingers in every forum thread, every mystery video, every encrypted post waiting to be solved. It became something larger than its creator, a myth about our relationship with knowledge itself. Because that's what Cicada really was. Not a puzzle, not a cult, not a recruitment. It was a mirror, a reflection of how we chase meaning in the dark, and how easily we mistake silence for truth. Maybe Cicada never wanted followers. Maybe it wanted witnesses. We spend so much time searching for answers online, decoding secrets, following trails, connecting dots. But some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. They're meant to show us the limits of our understanding. Cicada 3301 didn't fail because it disappeared. It succeeded because it made the internet stop and think. In the end, Cicada 3301 was never about finding the truth. It was about realizing how much of it we can't see.